All right, y'all. Good morning, or whatever time it is that you take this practice. My name's Laura Bess. For those of you who haven't taken practice with me before, and this is your gentle flow and a stretch. It's about 60 minutes ish. And today, if you want to grab a couple of blocks, or if you don't have blocks, you can always use books that are roughly that same size. And if you would like to use my Spotify playlist, it's Terrapin, Terrapin. So go ahead and cue that one up, and we will get started. Let's find a supported heroes today. So that could be one or two blocks. And take your knees out for a moment. Take your ankles, your heels out. Slide your block or two in between your feet, and then sit back onto your heels, onto your block. Roll your shoulders back. And you know what? I'm going to have you slide back a little bit to where you're maybe not towards the center of your mat, but more towards a little bit more towards the back. And then just notice the sensation probably building in the tops of your thighs. You can take one palm to your low belly, one to your heart, open up through your chest. Your chin's neutral, the crown of your head is lifting. And just be here for a moment, right? If it feels comfortable to you to close down your eyes, I want you to close down your eyes. But if that doesn't work for you, then just gaze softly at something just in front of you. Relax your brows. You might wiggle your jaw from side to side. Then allow for your jaw to also go slack. And then empty out your breath. And then take a deep breath in. Allow for your belly to expand, open. Your rib cage is going to lift and open as well. And then empty it out. Exhale. Let it all go. Inhale, allow for everything to lengthen, to lift, right? To feel buoyant and might even feel a little bit tight as you go to full capacity of your lungs. And then you exhale, let it go, relax your shoulders back and down. And I want you to just stay with this breath for a few moments while you drop into your practice, drop into your breath. Step away from the rest of your life, your day, your morning so far, whatever that may have looked like, right? And while you're here breathing, connecting to both your physical and energetic bodies, sharing something with you that I've been reading from Pema Chodron from her book, Comfortable with Uncertainty. Our habitual patterns are, of course, well established, seductive, and comforting. Just wishing for them to be ventilated isn't enough. Mindfulness and awareness are key. Do we see the stories that we're telling ourselves and question their validity? When we are distracted by a strong emotion, do we remember that it is a part of our path? Can we feel the emotion and breathe it into our hearts? If we can remember to experiment like this, even occasionally, we are training as a warrior. And when we can't practice, when distracted, but know that we can't, we are still training well. Never underestimate the power of compassionately recognizing what's going on. So from here, perhaps that intention of holding yourself compassionately, yet full of awareness, of holding yourself in a space of accountability, but softly, gently. We can move through our physical asana practice as well in that same manner. On your next inhale, reach your arms out and up, interlace your fingers. And then as you exhale, flip your palms towards the sky. Get a nice little stretch here. And then on your inhale, it's a seated cow. So let your chest straight forward. Reach your arms back. You might lift your chin. And then exhale, dome out your upper back. Tuck your chin towards your chest and take your arms forward. Your palms reaching, they're still interlaced, but the palms flip towards the top of your mat. Inhale, seated cow. Lift your arms, lift your chest, lift your chin. And exhale to round it out, navel to spine. Let's take 3 more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Last 2, inhale. And exhale. The last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale back to neutral, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale to slowly release your hands down. Now inhale, reach your arms up. And on the exhale, it's an open arm twist. Take your right arm back, your left arm forward. Perfect. And now stay right here, lifted so that your spine stacks like a staircase. Bring your right palm to meet the left, face forward. And then inhale, reach your right arm back. Maybe you make a straight line, right? And then exhale to close. I'm making some noises. Inhale, open. And exhale to close. Perfect. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, let your elbows come back and down. Lift your chest. Let your hands come down for a moment. Roll out the shoulders. And then inhale, float your arms back up. Exhale to your open arm twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Keep lifting through your spine so everything is long and supported. Maybe your gaze goes back towards your left shoulder. Take an inhale. And then close your left palm to the right, reaching your arms forward. Inhale your left arm open. And exhale, seal palm to palm. Let's go a couple more rounds. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale to open. And exhale to close. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, take your elbows back and down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, bring your hands down. Come onto hands and knees. I'm going to slide my block out of the way now. And then you can shimmy back a little bit. And then lift your feet. Oh, wow. Roll out your ankles. Good. And then you can drop your feet back down. All right, y'all. Tuck your toes underneath you. Take an inhale. And then exhale, sit your hips back towards your heels in a tuck-toed child's pose with your arms reaching forward. Your forehead comes down. Relax your shoulders back and down. Nice. And then take a deep inhale. Walk your hands forward as far as they can go. And then exhale, walk them all the way over to the left. So your thumb next to thumb, but just getting a side body stretch here. Continue to pull your right hip back and down. Good, and breathe. And then you inhale, walk your hands forward. And exhale, take them all the way over to the right. Now stretching through your left side body. Keep pulling your left hip back. Deep breath in and out. Inhale to walk your hands back through center. And then as you exhale, walk your hands back. Bring your shoulders up over your hips. Roll your shoulders back and down. Pull the pit of your belly in. All right. Now from here, Inhale, lift your hips up over your knees. Take your arms up overhead. And on the exhale, open arm twist. Left fingertips forward, right fingertips back. Breathing here in your open arm. And then take your right hand to the small of your back and lift your left arm up to the sky. Get a stretch through the front side body, through your left side psoas. But keep pulling the pit of your belly in and up. Good. Now release your right hand. Inhale, rotate back front and center. And then on the exhale, bring your hands down. Shift yourself forward so you find a diagonal line from your hip to your thigh. Bend your elbows, untuck your toes, come all the way down to your belly. Inhale to roll your shoulders back and lift your chest. And then exhale, take your hips back towards your heels for your child's pose. And then inhale, come up onto your knee. Hips over your knees, arms up overhead. Exhale, open arm twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Stay right here. Pull the pit of your belly in. Let your left hand come down to the small of your back. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Get your stretch. Release your left hand from the small of your back. Inhale, reach both arms forward and up. And then exhale, bring your hands down, but shift yourself forward, shoulders out in front of your wrist. Catch that diagonal line from your hip to your thigh to your knee. Soften all the way down. You're going to untuck your toes. Inhale to roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Exhale, take your hips back towards your heels. Reach your arms forward, let your forehead rest down. We're going to take that 2 more times on each side. Breath to movement. Don't overthink it. It's all good. Inhale, come up onto your knees, hips up over your knees, arms up over your head. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, right hand to the small of your back. Your left arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the ground. Shift yourself forward, lower all the way down. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Exhale, take your hips back towards your heels, reach your arms forward. Inhale, lift yourself up, reach your arms up overhead, hips are up over the knees. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, left hand to the small of your back, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, windmill your hands down, shift yourself forward. It's okay if you go slower, it's not a big deal. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Exhale, take your hips back towards your heels, relax your forehead down. Inhale, lift, bring your shoulders over your hips up over your knees, arms to the sky. Exhale, open arm twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, right hand to the small of your back, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, windmill your hands down, shift yourself forward and lower. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Exhale, take your hips to your heels. It's the last one. Inhale, lift yourself up, shoulders over hips, hips over knees. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, left hand to the small of your back, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Shift yourself forward and lower all the way down. Inhale, roll your shoulders back to lift your chest. Exhale, take your hips to your heels. Inhale, press up into your box pose. And then exhale, curl up your toes. Lift your hips up and back and find your first downward facing dog. Your feet might be about hip width distance apart. Now your hands could be on blocks here in downward facing dog. If you're feeling like the ground is too far away from your hands, slide blocks underneath them. It's all good. The crown of your head just hang down. Pull the pit of your belly in. On the inhale, come to the balls of your feet. Soft bend to your knees so you can look forward. And then exhale as many steps as you want to take your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, crown forward, tail back, belly in and up. And then exhale, it's ragdoll. So take a bend to the knees, chest to your thighs, drop the crown of your head down, grab onto your elbows, and sway side to side. The deeper the bend, the more release you'll probably feel here through the low back and your hamstrings. So it's all good if you go deep. You can bend your knees as much as you want. And just let your head go. And then hands come down to the earth. I'm going to heel toe my feet together because it's my preference, but you don't have to. Especially for low back comfort, you can leave your feet about hip width distance apart. Now inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms out and up. And exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. So we're going to take half sun salutation. So not going to move through the chaturanga piece, but the part where we're standing and forward folding. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold yourself down. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, fold yourself down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana, perhaps reaching all the way up, seal the palms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. 2 more just like that. Inhale, arms out and up, look up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, drop your head down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, seal your palms to your heart. Last one. Inhale, arms out and up. Look up, get long. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, chest to your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, forward fold, head down. And then you can have blocks on either side of your mat at the top. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bring your hands down, step yourself back. So you're in your high plank, but go ahead and bring your knees down. Inhale here, and then exhale, come all the way down to your belly. Let your forehead come down, and then untuck your toes. All right, y'all. So from here, bend into your right knee, and then reach your right hand back, and get a little stretch for your right quad. Let your right heel come in towards your glute. Relax your shoulders from your ears. And breathe. Allow for both hip bones to stay kind of rooted into your mat, right? Take one more inhale. Softly release. It's not a catapult as you exhale. Now just bend your left knee, reach your left hand back at your ankle. Roll your left shoulder forward. Oof. Breathe. Relax your face. You can also have a strap here. Loop it around your left ankle or foot. And then softly release your left foot back down to the ground. Now hands outside your chest. Inhale, pull your heart forward to lift it. And then exhale, lift your hips up and back and find your downward facing dog. Now on your inhale, float your right leg up to the sky. Find 3-leg dog. And exhale, step your right foot all the way forward. Take your time. Allow for your left knee to soften down to the ground. You want your right knee to track the heel or the ankle. Now, energetically squeeze your inner thighs towards one another, even though they don't actually touch, right? And then inhale, lift your chest. So shoulders up over your hips, and then reach your arms up overhead. Good, y'all. Breathe. Pull the pit of your belly back. Inhale, reach your fingertips just a little bit higher. And then exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. You've been here kind of sort of before, but you didn't have your right leg forward, right? You had both of your bottom half supporting you. So notice that the balance might be a little bit off and start to squeeze your inner thighs towards one another energetically while also engaging Mula Bandha. So you squeeze at the base of your pubic bone so the energetic force is pulling inward and upward, and that's helping your stability and your balance, right? Now right hand to the small of your back, lift your left arm up to the sky. Breathe. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, let your left hand come down. Inhale, float your right arm up to the sky. Stack your shoulders, right on top of left. Gaze perhaps up towards your right hand, and just stay right here in this runner's twist. If you feel like you want a little bit more, you are more than welcome to bend into your left knee, reach your right hand back, and catch a variation of a crooked monkey, right? We've already stretched the quads slightly. Draw the pit of your belly in and up to support you, and perhaps your gaze goes up towards the sky. Take one more breath here. If you're holding onto the back foot, softly let it down. And then as you exhale, let your right hand come to the inside of your right foot. So it's a low lizard lunge. Now here you might roll to the outer edge of your right foot, splay your right knee open, but continue to draw in through your lowest abs so you don't feel a sagging in your low back. Breathing here. Perfect, y'all. Take one more inhale here. On the exhale, shift your hips back. So it's a half diagonal split. You can have your hands on blocks. Try to leave your hands where they are, like reaching out in front of you. But if you need to bring your hands back, you can do so. Flex your toes back towards your shin. Pull your right hip back, left hip slightly forward. You might turn your right toes out just a little bit, get a different angle here. You could also have a bend into your right knee. And then on your next inhale, walk yourself forward, curl up your back toes, lift your back knee. And then exhale, step your right foot back, lift your hips up and back. And take your downward facing dog, chest in towards your thighs, let your head hang down. You can pedal out the feet if you like that. And then inhale, float your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward, soften your right knee down. The left knee tracks your heel or your ankle, diagonal from your right hip to thigh to knee. Press down into the big toe ball mound of your left foot. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips, your arms up over your head. Stay for the exhale, breathing in. You know that you're breathing in. And breathing out. You know that you're breathing out. Pull the pit of your belly back. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Now inhale, get as long as you can. Exhale, take your right arm forward, your left arm back. Your gaze might follow your left thumb. And then your left hand finds the small of your back, maybe your right hamstring, and lift your right arm up to the sky. Breathe. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, drop your right hand down to the inside of your left foot. Inhale, float your left arm to the sky, stack your shoulders, your gaze follows your left thumb. Drishti is important, so your focal point. And breathe. One more inhale. And then if you like it, you can bend your back knee, catch your back foot. Just hang here for a moment as you exhale. Watch your right shoulder, your elbow, your wrist. One more inhale here. And it's a very soft release as you exhale. Let your left hand come down to the inside of your left foot. And then heel toe your left foot over. You could splay to the outer edge of your foot. Do whatever you like here for your left side low lizard. But continue to support your lumbar spine by engaging the lowest part of your abs. And breathe. All right. Take your left knee back up, your foot back flat. Inhale here. See if you can leave your hands where they are, but exhale, shift your hips back, and then flex your left toes back towards your shin. Ooh. Breathing here. And I kind of play around with pinning my shoulder blades to my upper back. You turn your left toes out a little bit if you like. And then turn them back up. Inhale, walk yourself forward. This time it changes. Curl up your back toes, lift your back knee, and then exhale, step your right foot outside your right hand, heels in, toes out, bottoms low, hands to heart. Now you could have one or two blocks underneath you for Malasana, your yogic squat. Let your tail just hang down. Seal your palms. Feel some pressure through the biceps. And lift your chest. Breathe. So it's pretty typical to kind of round forward here. Really try to broaden through your collarbones and think of your pelvis, uh, your pelvis, your sits bones, everything dropping down while your chest lifts. Can you breathe? You might even close your eyes and kind of walk it side to side. And then bring your hands down. Inhale, lift your hips. Turn your toes forward and exhale, fold yourself down. Let it go. Crown of the head down. Press equally into both edges of your feet, right? So like the medial arch and the lateral arch. Get into all of it. And then heel toe your feet together. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And then exhale, drop your right hand in between your shoulder blades. Left hand finds your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen, and just the tricep stretch. On the exhale, hinge over to the left. Maybe you look up underneath your right tricep. Breathing here. And then inhale, come right back through center, release. Exhale, your left hand in between your shoulder blades. Right hand finds your left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge to the right. Stretch through your left tricep. Look underneath your tricep. And then come right back through center. Reach both arms high. And exhale, fold yourself down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot back. Now inhale, your right knee is bent. Bring your shoulders over your hips, your arms up over your head, and your left foot is flat. So warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. Lunge through your right knee and then reach your arms up overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, take your elbows back and down. Good. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bind up your hands. So if it's available, interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. If it's not, just grab opposite elbows behind you. Now inhale here. Exhale, take your fist over to your right side waist if it's available. And then drop your right ear towards your right shoulder and get a neck stretch. Holding here for a moment. And then slowly bring the crown of your head back up. Slide your fist down towards the small of your back. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, drop your left hand in between your shoulder blades. Your right hand finds your left elbow. Now you could stay right here. If you have Gomukhasana arms, your cow face arms, your right arm reaches back and around in a half bind first. You could just stay here with your right forearm pressing into the small of your back. If you want to angle your right fingertips up towards your left fingertips and catch that bind, you can. Now inhale, straighten through your right leg. Pull your right hip back. I'm going to shorten my stance a little bit as well. And then on the exhale, hinge forward. Think of your left elbow reaching towards your right big toe. If you hate the arms or it makes the balance too hard, I want you to release the hands down onto your blocks or onto your mat instead of wobbling, right? It's all good. Now everybody, release your hands down. Perfect. Inhale, bend into your right knee, lift your left heel, wiggle your left foot back, and then exhale, soften your left knee down. Inhale here, and then exhale, heel toe your right foot all the way over and come into your half pigeon. So you have the option to come onto your back and take your reclining pigeon, or you could take double pigeon and stack your left shin on top of the right. Either way, you do you. When you're ready to come down, come down. And breathe. Now, those of you who want to stay here, absolutely can. If you want to go a little bit deeper into the outer hip, the way I do this is slide my hands back and I kind of lift up a little bit. So I'm on the fleshy part of my left thigh just above the knee, but not on the knee. And I'm going to heel toe slide my right leg all the way out. So my right leg is straight, but it's in alignment with my right hip. And then I'm flexing my right foot. You can keep the inner arch of your left foot down if that feels better for you. Like if you're already feeling a lot of sensation by straightening through the right leg, then stay right here. Some of you will come onto the ball of your left foot. It's going to deepen the twist a little bit. And then there's also the option to begin moving around and finding that spot so that you get the outer right hip, the IT band, all of it. All right, if you went into that second variation, slowly start to bring it back. So I'm going to bend into my right knee and slide back off of the outer right hip, right? Now, if you're on your back, you're going to come meet us in, well, you could do this on your back as well, I suppose. But if you are with me, bend into your left knee, and then I'll face forward for a second so you can see it. But you're basically making two angles with your knees, right? So my right ankle is kind of just above my left knee, my left thigh. So from here, you could bring your left knee all the way up into your right heel if you wanted to. If you're already feeling this a lot in your left outer hip, just hang. And you could also walk yourself over to the right. Breathe. And then slowly bring it back forward. From here, you can roll slightly over to the right and bring your left foot forward. Just cross your left ankle in front of your right ankle. So you're in Sukhasana, your comfortable, easy sit. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, fold over. And then inhale, walk yourself back up. And let's meet in downward facing dog. So hands down, step your feet back, and lift your hips. Inhale, roll to the balls of your feet. And then exhale, step yourself to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold it back down. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Seal the outer arch down. Turn your right toes slightly inward. Bend into your left knee. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips, your arms up over your head, and then just hang right here. Get situated first. Lunge into your left knee. Pull the pit of your belly back, and then let your right hip wrap forward. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. Exhale, elbows back and down. Lift your chest. Inhale, bind up your hands. Interlace your fingers or grab your opposite elbows, whatever works. If you've got the fist, slide it over to your left side waist. Lengthen through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, let your left ear come down. Breathe, stretching through the right side of your neck. Working your balance. Squeeze at the base of your pubic bone. Draw all of your energy inward and upward. Perfect. And then lift the crown of your head back up. Slide your fist back down towards the small of your back, and then release your hands. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, drop your right hand between your shoulder blades. Left hand finds your elbow. Get your tricep stretch first. And then you take your left arm out, internally rotate the upper arm bone, slide your forearm around the small of your back. So feel that first. You can stay right here. If you want to work your left fingertips up, so I can't catch the bind on this side, but I'm going to grab my shirt, get somewhere. And then whenever you're ready, I'm going to bump my right foot in, straighten my left leg. Inhale, lead with your right elbow. And then exhale, hinge forward. Take your right elbow towards your left big toe. Whew. Pull your belly in and up. Breathe. If the arms make this too much, just bring your hands down. It's all good. One more inhale. And then exhale, let your hands come down. Wiggle your right foot back a lot. Bend into your left knee. Let your right knee come down. Inhale right here. And then exhale, heel toe your left foot all the way over. Whatever variation of pigeon that you did on the first side, do it here. And then inhale, pull your chest forward. Exhale, come down if you're with me. Breathe. Now feel free to stay right here if you want to go into that other variation. On the inhale, you lift your chest. I'm going to roll over to the left just a little bit and kind of lift my hips and then slide my left leg out at hip height and flex my left leg. Now you can roll to the inner arch of your right foot to give you a little bit more space. And then start to take your right hip bone forward. Ooh, I just got a little spinal adjustment. I'm going to bring my forearms down and come to the ball of my right foot. Try to find a spot so I can get that outer glute, outer hip. And you'll notice that the more you flex your left foot in this variation, the more you're going to feel it in the outside of your left leg, like in your IT bands and all that. All right. Wherever it is that you manage to get yourself into, we're going to meet in that double bend of the leg. So I'm going to bend my right knee and just go ahead and bring my foot in, and then bend my left knee, and voila. If you're in your pigeon, same thing. Just draw your right knee up into alignment with your right thigh bone and your hip. Both feet are flexed. Turn your chest forward. Breathe. You might be feeling this a lot in your outer glute on the right side. You might not be, right? You could also start to walk your hands over to the left. All right, y'all. Slowly come back forward. Roll slightly onto the left side so you can bring your right leg around. Cross your right ankle in front of the left. Let your knees fall open. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold yourself down. Let everything go. Walk yourself back up. Extend your legs out in front of you. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. And exhale, fold over your thighs. Hands can come towards the feet, or you can just leave your arms down, right? Kind of pulling your chest forward by sealing your hands to your mat and pulling your hands back. Whatever feels better at this point. And then slowly walk yourself back up. Scoot your bottom a little bit more towards the top of your mat, and then take a C curve to your spine and roll down one vertebra at a time. Let the back of your skull come down towards the earth. And then once you get there, Supta Baddha Konasana, let the soles of your feet come together, your heels in towards your sits bones, and the knees hang comfortably open. And you'll probably notice a natural curve of your low back, lifting up and away from the mat. Another one around your cervical spine, the back of your neck, right? All good. Now seal the outer edges of both feet down to your mat. Your hands come down next to your hips or your outer thighs. And then inhale, lift your hips up and find a cobbler's bridge. Breathe. Relax your face. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, soften yourself down nice and slow. Hold for a moment and then draw your knees together. Breathe in and breathe out. Now your feet about hip width distance apart once more. And then cross your right ankle over your left knee or left thigh. Let your right knee just fall away. Open your arms out to a T as you inhale. And then exhale, drop your knees over to the left for a figure four twist and turn your face to the right. Breathe. And you can draw your right knee more in towards you. You can press it away from you. Just kind of see what you need here. And then on the inhale, slowly come back through center so that you can unravel, unwind. Let your right foot come down to the mat. Your low back roots to the ground. And then cross your left ankle over your right knee, your right thigh. Let your left knee just kind of splay open. You've got a baby flex to the left foot. And inhale, open your arms out to a T. And on the exhale, drop your knees to the right and turn your face to the left. Same thing, you can draw your left knee in, you can leave it straight up towards the sky, you can press it away from you. Just play around, see what feels best in your body. And on your next inhale, slowly come back through center. And on the exhale, let your left foot come down. Now take your feet about mat's width distance apart and just windshield wiper your knees from side to side for a second. And then come back through center, take an inhale. Exhale to happy baby. Peace fingers to the big toes or your hands find the inner or outer arches of your feet. Take a bend to the knees. Let your thighs go parallel to the ground. The soles of your feet towards the sky. You can rock side to side if you'd like. See if you can lengthen your tailbone back down towards the mat. And then slowly release your feet. I'm going to recommend going down maybe to the last two songs on the playlist before we kind of really close it down. And then still on your back, if you want to lift your feet up into the sky for a moment, you can stay right here. You could draw figure eights on the ceiling with your feet. So you get a little massage through your low back. Just something to get your feet into the sky. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. You can bring your forehead up to your knees if you'd like. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, extend your legs forward. Let your arms come down by the side body with your palms facing up. What am I hitting? There we go. Your fingertips just kind of naturally curl in towards your palms. Relax your brow. Relax your jaw. And rest. What you need is to be here a little bit longer. Just tune me out. Stay right where you are. Otherwise, begin to deepen your breath, to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your inhale, float your arms up overhead. Find your full body stretch. And on the exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Roll over to the right, and then meet me in your Sukhasana, your comfortable, easy sit whenever you get there. It doesn't need to be perfect. Let's take that final moment, that pause, to be grateful for our bodies, for what they do for us today, to be hopeful for tomorrow. Thank you all for being here, for taking time on your mat. Your self-care, it's a necessity, not a luxury. So good job. Hope you have a great rest of your day whenever it is that you take this. Namaste.